Good evening, folks. We're a wee couple of minutes early because we're just a short live tonight. We're only around to about 9:30 tonight. But thanks very much for coming along. We hope you're enjoying the heat wave. So tonight we are joined by, I've just heard a weird, did you hear that weird noise there? I heard a whistle through the headphones. Tonight we are joined by Reiki healer. I nearly made a mistake there. And Sarah Truman. How are we doing, Sarah? Thanks very much for coming in.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Well, I'm anticipating a good evening.
It's always a good evening on your shows, though. Always a good evening. It's we're, as I said to you, we're quite laid back. We're still respectful and serious with what we do, but we are quite, laid back. So don't panic. You'll be fine. You know what I mean? So you're a Reiki healer. What does that entail? What exactly is a Reiki healer?
Well, it's you when you qualify, you get what they call Reiki attuned, and you become attuned to receiving energy from the universe through your crown chakra. If you know what chakras are. Do you know what chakras are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're energy centers. And there's 7 of them that run through you, from your head right through your body to your tail. And it comes this what they call universal energy that you channel. When you become attuned to it, it comes through your crown chakra into your heart, because you've got a heart chakra as well.
Mm-hmm.
Down your arms and into the palms, the chakras in the palms of your hands. There's also a chakra in your third eye. You can heal people through your third eye, or you can do it through your palms.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing hands-on healing, it goes into the person's aura and into their chakras, their energy centers, and it goes into their body, their physical body via these. It connects to the nervous system. And the way the energy works is that it puts the body and the mind into a state of deep relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
And it enables the body to heal itself.
Right. I used to, years ago, I'm originally from Glasgow, and years ago I used to attend the spiritualist churches. They're dotted all over Glasgow. But the main one is in Sauchiehall Street, and I used to go there every Sunday. And, after the actual service itself, they used to offer spiritual healing. And I used to not bother with it, but one week I thought, I'm going to give this a go, and so I hung on, and there was about maybe a dozen of us sat in a circle, and the lady was, she was in the middle, and then she went round each one of us, and she never touched us. She put her hands on her head and, neck and shoulders and what have you, and I really didn't know what to expect because I'd never done it before. But it was, I don't know whether it was psychological or not, but I felt very relaxed after it.
That's generally what happens. It makes you feel very relaxed. And, I'll give you an example. Very recently, I sent, you don't necessarily need to be with the person to give them healing. You can do it over distance as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like praying. It's like saying a prayer. That's the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I sent some, because I'm attuned to angels as well as Reiki. I do angelic Reiki. And there was this lady in Manchester. I'm based in Lichfield in Staffordshire. And there's this lady in Manchester that was distraught. She was in a very bad way. As a matter of fact, she was suicidal, I was told later. It was her mother that contacted me, and she really did need help quick,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And she was so uptight. The mother was prepared to come from Lichfield up to Manchester to bring her down to me. And I said, there's no need for that. I can send it over distance. And so, yeah, I spent an hour giving her the treatment and sending it over to her. And it was amazing because the report I got in half an hour after was that she calmed right down. She was no longer so distressed that she wanted to commit suicide. And so that was quite an amazing thing, actually. And they couldn't thank me enough, either the mother nor the daughter.
It would be amazing if she's at that stage where she feels that she can't go on anymore. I know it's quite a common thing these days, unfortunately. But to be brought back for that, that edge, and to
pulled away from the edge.
Calm down. Kate's, hi Kate doll. Kate's got a question for you. 2 seconds, I'll pop it up at the bottom of your screen. Is there a limit to spiritual healing? Can it only be small complaints and mental illness?
Small complaints? No. People with cancer can receive it. You don't. And mental illness, yeah. Anxiety, depression. Whatever level of depression, whatever level of anxiety, it's definitely good for that. But no, not small complaints.
Sorry, Dawn,
Hello?
No, in fact, it says on you go, finish what you were saying. You were saying it can be there's no kind of level, it can be on any level of complaints. It
can be severe levels of whatever the illness is. You can still have some benefit from Reiki because it calms you right down.
So how do you go about, is it something you're born with or is it something you can study? I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there these days that say, I'm a healer, I can do this, I can do that, and there is a lot of people out there that it's pretty fake, obviously yourselves no included. But so how do you go about becoming a Reiki healer?
Well, I can tell you my route, but it's not everybody's route.
Well, fire out. That's what we like to hear. Everybody's got a different story to tell,
Well, mine started from the experience years ago. We're going, over 25 years ago, when I first started communicating with spirit. And it's when I was researching past lives with my partner. Mm-hmm. And at one point during the research, I did become aware that I could work with my guides, and this was the spiritual healing, and that I could use it to send energy out, healing energy out to people. And I used to send it out. They call it sending out your thoughts. And I could see the energy going out, and that's how I first started. And then a few years later, I'd heard about Reiki, but I actually went into training for it. And I found I got an aptitude for Reiki healing as well. So I can work with the universal energy, and I can also bring my guides in as well, because you can do that when you work with Reiki energy. Mm-hmm. And that's how I started.
I mean, everybody's, it's said that everybody's got a spirit guide, and you mentioned guides, plural. To this day, I still don't know if I've got one or not,
Everybody does. Everybody's got somebody looking over them.
I did have an experience of many years ago. I was in a crash, and just long story short, before the seatbelt law came in, that's how long ago it was. I never ever wore a seatbelt, and I was doing a run at Carlisle. Came out of Carlisle and I parked in a lay-by eating my sandwiches before I was heading up the road. And before I headed off, something at the back of my head was telling me, put your belt on. Over and over again, put your seatbelt on. So I did, I didn't believe in seatbelts because my friend's mum was actually in a car crash and she died because her seatbelt gets stuck. The car went on fire and they couldn't get her out, basically. But I put the seatbelt on, headed home, and I get caught in a tailback on the motorway. And a van went into the back of me. I was a transit van. A van went into the back of me. The estimated T was doing about 70 miles an hour. Totally destroyed my van. My van was a goner, and about 4 or 5 cars in front of me. And the police had said that if I hadn't, the police or the paramedic, I turned on my shoulder, but the paramedic says if you hadn't been wearing your seatbelt, you'd have been through that windscreen. You'd have been in the back of the car in front, And people asked me after that, you never wear a seatbelt. Why did you put your seatbelt on? I said, I don't know. Something just kept telling me, put your belt on, put your seatbelt on. So I don't know if maybe that was my spirit guide or not, kicking in there, telling me,
Well, I'd say almost certainly.
Buckle up because you're going to be in a wee smash on the way home, basically, A couple of comments for Kate for you up here. I feel it does help for psychological disorders, not so sure about severe illness. It does help to calm, though, for sure. I had spiritual healing for about 2 months when I had a bladder infection. However, it didn't help, unfortunately, as it progressed, a kidney infection, and the doctors told me off. Just saying, not saying it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me in that case. Do you find that there are people that it doesn't work for? Have you ever had the experience where it's never worked on somebody?
Well, I am personally. I've always found that some people, they have benefit to some degree. I'm not saying it's going to heal you, cure you, but it can help you with pain management.
I liked that woman you talked about who was ready for, committing suicide. It brought her back to the edge. It probably didn't, it probably didn't sort our problems or, whatever the issue was, but it stopped her from taking that final step.
Yeah.
Shall we say, the step also is no coming back once you've done it. So many years did you have to study for, or whatever it is?
Well, I got my traditional Yusui back in 2013. December 2013 was the last one. I got my angelic Reiki in 2016, May 2016.
I should be having camera.
Hello?
I seem to be glitching quite a see my can you see me glitching?
Yes.
Right, I think that might be. I think that was a wee gremlin there. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I just started flashing and changing colours. So not there is happening again. Oh my God, Scott, someone doesn't want you to talk properly. I don't know what that was, Susan. Folks, apologies. We had problems last night with feedback, and now I think I'm having problems with the camera. I don't know, but I think it's okay now. So sorry, Susan. Carry on. Carry on what you were saying. I think my camera's fine. I think it's going to behave now. So how many years did you study for?
2013 to 2016, 3 years.
And so what's the difference between Reiki healing and spiritual healing?
Well, Reiki is, where you channel energy from the universe. It's universal energy. And spiritual healing is when you work through your guides. That's what I did initially.
So I think I just glitched again. I'm glitching it. I'm glitching it. I don't know what's going on with this camera tonight. I'm hoping it does not conk out. If it conks out, then I do apologise, folks. I don't know what's going on. As Kate says, somebody's not wanting me to talk tonight. I've got a gremlin somewhere. So, what is it that you do? You're healing. What else is it that you do? I'm trying to fix this camera. It's just no happening tonight. Right, I'm going to because this camera it's not happening for me. I don't know what the problem is. I do apologise, Susan. Don't go anywhere, Susan. Just stay with you. I'm going to cut the live, basically. I know we're only running for about 30 minutes, but I think my camera's going to give up the ghost. But we will reschedule. Well, I'm going to stop the live, folks, because the camera's just not. I'm not having any joy of it at all. So I can only apologise, and we will reschedule Susan to come back in. And apologies again, but just hang on, Susan, just to come off, if that's all right. You still hear me? Do you still hear me, Susan?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah, what did I say, Susan?
I'm Sarah.
I don't know where I get Susan. You see what I mean? See what I told you before? We came on live. Sometimes I do mess up. I don't know where I get Susan for. But I'm going to stop the live there, Sarah, but I'll hang on for a wee second or two after we come off because I think my camera's going to give up. I do apologise. So we'll say good night, folks, just now, and we will bring Sarah back as soon as possible. All right, folks. Thanks very much for coming in, and apologies again.